What's going on, Paisanos? V here, and I'm gonna say it before everyone says anything else. I'm giving the hall pass on people buying sealed Phantom Nightmare. I think Phantom Nightmare, as a set, is nowhere near as good, at value-wise, as Age of Overlord. I don't think it is. But with that said, it'd be insane to say that you can't potentially make money off Phantom Nightmare. You can't potentially see value within the cards you pull out of Phantom Nightmare. And I think it makes sense for a lot of players. Now, before you run over and buy Phantom Nightmare booster boxes at $80, which if you times it by 12 is about $960. Some OTS stores charge $100 because it only set first drops. Why not? And that case will cost you $1,200 plus tax. Before you run do that, you might want to go over on eBay. They have a case selling right now for about $789, with tax you're willing to pay for roughly around $800. That's cheaper than I've seen it anywhere else. I've looked around for a while, and maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below. Let me know if you can get a case of Phantom Nightmare for under $800, because I think that's probably a fair price. To be honest with you, I like I said, I don't know if I'm going to buy a case or not. I'm like 50-50. A part of me wants to buy a case. Then again, another part of me just wants to buy the cards I want. And is that the way for you? Let me know in the comments down below, because the first bit of pre-sales are starting to hit the market now. These pre-sales obviously are not indicative of the price on day one, and more than likely will go down for the most part. Promethean Princess Pursuer Flames is $450, and it has sold out as a pre-sale. Now, a lot of these pre-sales sold out in due fairness, but that is absolutely fucking crazy. But is it though? Promethean Princess Pursuer Flames will see just as much play as SP Little Knight, and we'll show you in a second, SP Little Knight's price has skyrocketed, so it does make sense. Luckily for us, Promethean Princess comes out as an ultra rare, so instead of being $150 or $120, whatever the crazy price SP is, Promethean Princess more than likely has an ultra rare be roughly around $50 on day one. You're gonna need two, by the way. Now, that's if anyone who cares about fire decks. Obviously, there's a lot of you players out there who do not want to play the fire decks because they're too damn expensive. And you're right, they're very expensive. Well, I think that Voice's Voice, or whatever Konami calls a new archetype, is going to be a great archetype to play. In fact, I think that archetype will actually be able to compete in the meta with fire decks. Compete. Look at the price of Skull Guardian. This QCR is roughly around $100. And then you got Saphira, $100. And then you got the other one, low over here. She's about $150. You're going to need 3 of each of these. But these are obviously QCRs. They do have other printings, but it doesn't get easier. They're still going to be money. Snake Eyes Popular as a QCR is roughly around $250. And to be honest with you, you need 2 of these, not 3. Now, I'm only saying that because in the OCG, they're only playing 2. Here in TCG, we might do it differently. You might go 3 Popular and 2 Bonfire. And I wouldn't be surprised if we was to do that. But as it stands right now, Popular is obviously Poplar, but everyone's going to call it Popular because, you know, we speak English here, and what the fuck is that? But look at the rest of the cards. I do think that there is potential to have these cards see value. We don't know how Goblin Bikers is going to do. We have zero idea. And is it going to be good? Comment down below, because I actually don't know, and I hope it's good, because I kind of want to play it. Goblin Biker Big Gabunga is roughly around $60 by the way for the QCR. This is still pre-sale prices, by the way. These are due to go down, as well as Doug Charger being $60. So I'm hoping these are good. We also have Magic Spectres, but I don't think they'll be as good. I kind of wish they would, but probably not. Grand Bash, by the way, is roughly around $30 a copy. But ultimately, when you were looking at this set, we're looking at Promethean Princess because everyone's wanting it. Now you're probably going, wait a minute, V, do we really need this stuff? Well, kinda. Here's the Oshi's recent event. This was their 3-year event, and can you notice a trend here? In fact, I could go to any event in the past, well, we'll say even month, and you'll notice a big trend here. Now, we are seeing a lot of other decks comes out of nowhere, like Valence, Mathmech, Labyrinth. A big one has been Snake Eye, which hasn't been talked about, but Snake Eye is absolutely massive. In the Oshi, they have Maxi, so Snake Eye can't be as massive, but here in TCG, we don't have Maxi, so Snake Eye's kind of crazy. I think it's going to be kind of crazy. Another deck I think is crazy, once again, I mentioned before, is going to be Voiceless Voice. I think that deck's wild, and I find it very interesting that we're not seeing many Voiceless Voice deck profiles. Recently, we're seeing some, but it's like older deck profiles. Once again, I think Voice is going to be a deck that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that don't want to buy Promethean Princess, don't want to buy the Wanted Engine, don't want to buy all this, might gravitate towards as a viable deck. And I wouldn't be surprised that deck does good because of the sheer amount of players that doesn't want to shell off for Konami. Get wrecked, Konami. We don't want to pay your crazy high prices. Except that you want to buy a case. Now, once again, Sprite Sprint is a card we're starting to see in the OC. In fact, in this event particularly, we saw it. And it's because they want to dump it over to monsters to do burn damage. I'm not sure how bad burn is in the OC, but evidently bad enough that players want to play Sprite Sprint. The price is gone down a little bit. It's roughly around $13 a copy, but still something to keep an eye out because it only has one copy at a Darkwing Blast. Before I begin with this marketwatch, guys, make sure to follow me over here on Twitch TV, YGOPaisano. I'm going to be streaming a lot. So, pause. This weekend, there's going to be a pre-release, obviously, of Phantom Knightmare. I will be at a Pokemon Regionals. After that, I'm going to be going back to streaming. This week, I'm going to be streaming. So I'm streaming this week, next week. I stream probably around, on average, about 6 days a week. And especially with the release of Phantom Knightmare, we're going to be streaming as much as possible. I'm going to be playing all the new cards, all the new builds. So if you want to see Voice in action, I'll play it. If enough people ask me to play Goblin Riders, I will play it, as well as other decks like Flunderies, because they get new support, which is a common. I'll play that easily. And of course, all the Fire Dot decks. Konami, you got me, boys, okay? They ain't good at Konami on my dime. I bought this stuff, and yeah, I will play, obviously, Sinful, Spoil, Snake Eyes, Fire King, as well as Fire King. The only thing I don't think I would play is Labyrinth. I don't have the transaction rollbacks, but that might be changing soon. But before we get to that, look over at Bonfire. When Bonfire first released at Maze of Millennia, it sold out. And don't get me wrong, the pre-sale price was low. Very low. It's still lower than what we're seeing right now. But if you look at TCG Player, the pre-sale price is $130. Then it went as low as $84, and the price currently is roughly around, well, let's be real, about $100 with tax and all. So has Bonfire really gone down? Well, not really. I really expected it to start going down now, but realistically, it'll probably start going down around the time of the pre-release. Once again, that means less people are going to be cracking packs of Maze of Millennia. And if we don't see this card price go down, we might have a weird situation of supply shock. There's only 69 listings of Bonfire. That is not enough listings of this card. There is a real chance we actually see something called supply shock in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, supply shock happens a lot of times. I mean, I look a lot in crypto, but, you know, obviously happens in stock too. Can happen in stocks too, but ultimately, supply shock is a bitch because the prices of these cards will spike insanely high. Now, do you buy this card right now? I don't think so. I still think it's good to be patient, it's good to wait, and I do think that there'll be a time to buy this card. I personally haven't bought this card yet, and I'm not looking to buy this card until after the sneak preview sneak preview of Phantom Knightmare. I just woke up. So, is it worth buying this card right now? No, but I do think the time is coming soon. Save $300, because that's probably what you're going to have to spend on this card. $300. Once again, this is why I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be playing other decks. We're going to see Flunderies. We're going to see Voice. We're going to see Goblin Bikers. We're going to see anything. In Mathmex, dudes are going to do whatever they can to smoke you before you get your engine running off the ground. Because if you're playing a Fire Dot deck, your engine runs off the ground, the game's basically over. So I do think Bonfire's a card that's going to be a needed card. Unfortunately, we're going to have to buy this card because Konami loves making ultra rares hard to get in subsets. Fucking grimy company. And then we have Bonfire CL coming out of Maze of Millennia. Within the past month, it's calling from $210. It's currently roughly around $260. It's a weird situation because normally I say, hey, listen, the price is 100 and change, or you get 260. If you can afford 260, it's not bad. But let's be real. Let's not bullshit ourselves. There's a real chance this gets a reprint before Nationals. And that's what a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players might want to consider, because if it does, why buy now? There's a real chance that Voice or another deck comes out out of nowhere and beats the living piss out of Fire Kings. Now, is it a big chance? No, I did not say that. But there's always a chance something comes out of nowhere and smokes Fire Kings, and all the money you dumped in your deck is now, well, not as good, and definitely it starts losing value, which is a good thing to see. Could it be Labyrinth? I don't think so. Transaction rollback has been tanking. With a pre-sale price of roughly around $100, this ultra rare is at $34. We called this. We talked about this. We said, listen, I think Labyrinth's going to be good. I think Labyrinth's probably one of the best decks in the game right now. Not the best, but one amongst the best. I don't think there's a deck that we can point at and say, this is the best deck. But amongst the best decks, Labyrinth has to be mentioned. But in a couple of weeks, no, bro. that cute little play where you bring Big Booty Labyrinth Monster out and you pop you pop up a monster in your opponent's hand, that shit's adorable. That shit is hilarious until you start popping some Fire King cards. And then you go, hold on, I gotta start reading this shit because I think I'm in a where to hurt. So I do think Labyrinth is good, but we're working into a meta in which destroying cards in your opponent's hand, probably not a good idea. Now, if you want to go ahead and grab the CR, well, it's starting to come back up. It was roughly around $100, oddly enough, the pre-sale price of Ultra Rare, and right now it's about 120. To be honest with you, the only reason I think you would buy the CR version on Transaction Rollback is because you own a max rarity Labyrinth core. In that case, get the job done, get it max rarity. It's a beautiful deck core, and I'll be honest with you, if I own Labyrinth max rarity, I'd buy the CR. Why not? I mean, get the deck max rarity. It looks gorgeous. Get a nice playmat, get your field centers. I mean, listen, everyone has a waifu in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Why not get a waifu stick? And that's what I like about Labyrinth. Like, that's, you know, the main trick, not the other ones. Can you get the other ones? Should be on the registry. All right, Jet Synchron CR is a card I've been talking about for a while. I think this is a great card. The price of this card pre-sales was roughly around $57. It's currently roughly around $51, $52 with shipping and tax. So I do think Jet Synchron is definitely a card that we might start seeing play. And if it does, I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of players can go into a lot of crazy stuff with this card. I mean, think about it. With Jet Synchron, you can go into Barone, Boral, Negate Monster, Warlord Savage Dragon, and then do the rest of your plays. Promethean Princess combo line with double Omni Negates. It's kind of cracked. And it doesn't take a lot to make this happen. And I do think that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players might start considering playing this because us Yu-Gi-Oh players here in the TCG are very combo-centric. Whereas the OCG, you have a card like, I don't know, Max C, I guess, some might even say. That can be stopped, by the way, with Call by the Grave, Cross Designated, Astral Joy Spring. But anyway, I mean, there's many other cards, but anyway, in the Oshi, they can't do goofy shit like we could do here in the TCG. Combo players gotta eat, am I right? Says Konami here in the TCG. So we can play cards like Jet Synchron and never get punished realistically, besides maybe getting ashed or maybe running into a Nibiru. But if you play in the Nibiru, then once again, your problem is what? Ash, DD Crow, probably? Ultimately, though, Jet Synchron is definitely a card that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players might start playing because Max C is not hit. Listen, I'm pro Max C. I've been saying it. We need Max C. All these little pussies out here are scared, getting their pussies wet, talking about, oh, daddy, I don't want to play against Max C because the card's really good back in 2007. Grow the fuck up, okay? Look at the Orcus players, okay? They thought they were a big dick in it, and where are they right now? Seriously, where are the Orcus players? Yu-Gi-Oh players have a horrible case of PTSD with certain cards, and when you look at Orcus, you know, when you look at some of these like cards coming back into the game, Yu-Gi-Oh players freak the fuck out. And for the most part, it doesn't do as much. And don't get me wrong, I do think Max C will definitely be impactful in the game. If you are a combo player, it will hurt like a motherfucker. If you play more mid-rangey, like we see in the OCG, then it's going to be a lot different. So, once again, I do think that card should come back. But I could do a video on that card, but it's just a pointless argument because Yu-Gi-Oh players are combo players and they'll still bitch no matter what I say. Like, that's the case. That's what it is. Anyone who bitches just wants to fucking have a combo for an hour. Like, fuck out of here, dude. All right, so we talked about Age of Overlord, and we talked basically how this set is definitely the money set. And the question becomes, well, will Phantom Knightmare be Age of Overlord? I don't think it's going to be, and here's why. Because in Phantom Knightmare, the best card is usually only in fire decks. Whereas Age of Overlord, the best card is splashable basically in almost anything. If your deck can run it, you would run it. Dude, Flunderizo playing this fucking card, SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight debuting, the price was dirt. Well, compared to what it is now, it was $373 for the QCR. I'll talk about the secret in a second. But the price now it has spiked insanely high. It's roughly around 623. After these couple of sales, it hits around 700. There is 3 over here holding it down. Brave Soldier, hold that wall down, my bro. Push that card's price down. If you want to go ahead and grab a secret rare, don't worry about it. It's went up a lot. In fact, when the card first debuted, it was roughly around 85. It went around 81. The current price of the card, besides all these goofy-ass sellers, is $140. $140 gets you SP Little Knight. Oh, Konami, you just love fucking us, don't you? Like this is why when players say this game's a lot of money, I get it. Don't get me wrong, I think players that complain about this game being a lot of money are just same players that are going ahead and buying these cards. So, like, that's what I have an issue with. Like, people want to do something, let's do something. But if you want to bitch and buy cards, then shut the fuck up. And what we see here is players complain about the game being expensive, which I agree. The game is insanely expensive, but let's be real. In the beginning of the video, I said about buying this. Who the fuck just ran over to eBay, paused this video, and went to go check this out? Let's be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, this game's expensive, and they're turning around going, 2 SP Little Knights, 280. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll swing that. It's gonna take a hit in my bank account, but I'm gonna, like, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but it's the current way the game is, and it sucks, but it's true. Don't worry about it, though, because Wanted Secret of Sinful Spoilers used to be $123, and looking at it right now, it's about $99. The price is actually starting to go down. Now, we do have 90 listings, so it's nowhere near supply shock, and I don't think it's going to be because dudes who bought this due to no one's looking at to pick a Sinful package up in recent time. Like, the odds of that dude picking up a Sinful package, like a lot of you players running to pick up a Sinful package, is astronomically low. Now, I will say with the Vegas YCS coming up to 33, if Sinful Spoils, Fire.deck, Fire Kings, if it has a massive showing, I mean, we're talking arguably tier 0 showing, then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people maybe start gravitating towards Secret Wanted, the whole Wanted engine, but will they actually buy everything? The Wanted engine is starting to get a lot more expensive if you want to go the max rarity route, and for the low rarity route, which is still high rarity, because somehow Konami decided to make this shit secret rares, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Now, I want to say that Centurion, I was thinking about this the other day. If Centurion was in a different format, it would be one of the most dominant decks of that format. You were just born at the wrong time. Basically, you had the DDD treatment, where DDD was the shit for 1 week. Absolutely 1 week. Then Raging Tempest came out, and you'd be fucking goofed on if you played DDDs around Raging Tempest. Like, you'd start doing your combos, and Zodiac players would start giggling. They're like, I can play through any of this. Like, it was nutty. With that said, I do think Centurions might start going down in value. Might be a deck core you might want to consider picking up, but not yet. I would definitely recommend keeping an eye out for it, because I do think Centurion is a great deck core. And to be honest with you, it's a little pricey still, but those prices are slowly going down. And I expect this to happen with a lot of deck cores. A lot of deck cores prices are going to start going down as we start seeing the meta shift from a diverse meta to a more closed meta, financially speaking, expensive meta. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start looking at deck cores in the near future market watches because of this. And I think there are some great deck cores, especially once we see, let's be real, Five Kings get slapped in the deck, because it's going to happen. It might be into the end of the year, but Five Kings, bro, there's no shot Five Kings lasts the next year, right? Like, that's not a real thing. Looking over at 25th Anniversary Collection, Konami's, by the way, making another one. Oh my god. And you think Konami's done? Bro, as you're watching this video, Konami's working on Rarity Collection 3. They're going to juice the living piss out of the YuGiOh player base by selling us this shit. And it's going to happen. And I'm not going to I'm not looking down at anybody, because we're all going to buy it, let's be real. But then we have to watch more of those fucking videos where kids are upset because the price is high. And in the same video, they're like, oh, by the way, I'm going to buy my deck. I'm just going to pick one of these cards. I'm just going to pick one of these cards, I'm just gonna pick up one of these cards. That's one deck core. That's it. I'm not buying. I'm quitting, but I'm gonna buy. What drug addict says that shit, by the way? I'm quitting crack, but before I go, I'm trying heroin. Like, no one says that shit. You guys are the goofiest motherfuckers on the planet. With that said, 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection booster boxes. The price of the singles have, for the most part, calmed down. Like, Infinite Permanence QCR was rising, and it's calmed down a bit. Like, it calmed down a bit. Okay. Shit got real for a second. $70. Okay. I mean, the Ultimate Rare is better, but, you know, hey, there it is. Ash Blossom was starting. Once again, Ash Blossom. Calm down a bit, bro. 160 at peak. I mean, 154. Okay. I mean, hey, 160 is not far away, but here's a question. The amount of people throwing this in the market versus people actually buying this. There's less people buying it. Though, with 36 listings, I mean, there's a chance we could see 160, 170 Ash Blossom Majority Spring. And I mean, obviously, it's the most expensive card at a 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection. Ghostbound Haunted Mansion? The bootleg version of a Starlight Rare? And you know what? If you bought this card, I don't blame you. And I'll tell you why in a second. But it was 23. It's 48, 49. It's going to see play. The Starlight Rare Ghost Bell used to be fucking $119. And then YuGiOh player base said, no. You're more of a 240 kind of chick. 245. So I don't blame people. And once again, I think I like Starlight Rares more personally speaking, but I like smart money as well. And the smart money is not dropping 250 on Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion. This is not gonna happen. So the price of this card will go down. It's just, listen, I rarely say that about Starlight Rares, but this will go down. Why would you go ahead and grab this version when the QCR is infinitely cheaper? I mean, 50 for 150, you pay less than the price of one Starlight Rare Ghost Spell. And this doesn't look that bad still. Like, as much as I make fun of the bootleg Starlight Rares, also known as Core Century Secret Rares, I own a bunch of these. They don't look bad. I think the art is better for the card. It's brighter. And this is where you lose me, Konami. Like, the lettering, the stupid... Konami gets a deck card for gold foil lettering and it looks like complete trash. Like, had they got rid of that, had they made it like a silver letter, kind of like the Platinum Rare, that'd be sick. Platinum Rare lettering with this. That's it. That's what you need to do, and I'm in. You got me on board, Konami. Okay? Now, it's still second place, because Starlight Rare is still going to be high, but some of that second place is kind of nice. Other cards like Nibiru, once again, it kind of tapered off, and I think it will continue to. Baron de Fleur, I mean, this card was going down because, you know, it's not seeing as much play, but it's still pretty noticeable. So that's a pretty noticeable difference. Product Prosperity, I'm shocked this is actually starting to calm down as well. This card, once again, $44, $43, but it's Product Prosperity. Now, yes, it's not seeing as much play right now, because if you own a Wana engine, you have basically a cracked version of Product Prosperity, if you play a fire deck, of course. But still, nevertheless, this is still a really good card. It's going to see play in a lot of decks, and is it worth it getting this over the Starlight Rare? Well, let's see. 3Ds cost $120. How much does Starlight Rare Prosperity cost? I'm going to guess $250. $250? Where we at? $238. So $238 for Starlight Rare Prosperity, or $100 and we'll say $30 to be generous for the QCR Prosperity. Once again, I don't blame people for buying the QCR. If you own Starlight Rares, don't get me wrong, that's the highest rarity version you can own. And there's no way Konami's gonna make another fucking QCR, right? Like, they wouldn't do that shit, right? So, I don't know, man. Like, we're in a weird... Listen, life's weird right now because you know Konami found the golden goose, and Konami doesn't stop fucking that golden goose. They're gonna keep making more shit like QCRs. And I'm not doing a whole QCR argument. I'm actually talking more pro QCR because of the price of some of these Starlight Rares and how low some of these QCRs actually are. And this is low. This is really low. Like, this should not be this cheap. I would think Product Prosperity QCR, in my opinion, should be about $70 to $75. I think that's a very safe price. And I think as we pull away from Rarity Collection, some of these actually start going up because their alternative versions cost the same as about a playset of these. So keep an eye out for that. I do think that's going to be something happening in the future. I do think the 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection might actually have value because it's just starting to calm down and we can see the dust actually start to settle. So I talked about the Zeus before. I'm going to talk about it again. There's a bunch of Zeus you can buy. I think Ultimate Rare looks gorgeous, by the way. Like, this is insane. But if you want to go ahead and grab yourself a Starlight Rare Zeus, the price of Starlight Rare Zeus is roughly around $200. That's it. It's dirt cheap. Card's really good. In fact, Starlight Rare Zeus is $200. Where's the, hold on a second. Starlight Rare Zeus is $200, and it has been surpassed by Typhon, which used to be a lot less, by the way. Typhon Starlight Rares was, what, $150? Now, Typhon Starlight Rares is $230. Zeus actually got passed by the baby Zeus that we always call it by. Nevertheless, Starlight Rare Zeus is going to be used in this game. As long as people can play Xseeds, they're going to find a way to bring this motherfucker out and blast your shit. Especially since this card says send, not destroy. Very important. So, I do think Starlight Rare Zeus might see more play in the game. Now, once again, it's $200. If you want to get yourself a QCR, its prices also went down in value. The QCR version is about $130. I recommend paying $70 extra and getting a Starlight Rare for extra $70. But I don't blame you got the QCR. It doesn't look bad as well. Even though the Ultimate Rare, it just looks better. But, you know, we go by high rarity here. Alright. Anti-Spell Fragrance is going to be a card a lot of players are going to be using, especially in fire decks. This card price has since then expanded in value, being roughly around $30. The value currently is about $44. Now, you don't need to buy the CR. In fact, I recommend you do not buy the CR. In fact, if I had to pick a version of Anti-Spell, I would give you two options for good rarity. You got the Anti-Spell out of Dual Terminal 4, which is dirt cheap, by the way. Like, this should not be this dirt. It's $2. Insane. I actually own a playset of these. This is probably one I'm going to be using personally. That one looks insane. As well as the Power of Chaos. The promo ones, basically. The Power of Chaos ones go for Let's go out unlimited, near mint. I wish we could lock these in, but about $16. A little more pricier, but it looks really good. And that's one I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players might play as well. So I think those are the best ones. I'm not a big fan of CR anti-spell. It's all right, but is it worth it now since it's spiked up? I don't know. You also have the OTS Super Rare being roughly around $1. So, I mean, dirt cheap, looks nice, you're in. All right. Then we go over here to Summer Limit. Another card people are opting to play. So you either play anti-spell or you play Summer Limit. I think anti-spell is better, but I wouldn't blame anyone wanting to play Summer Limit because in the coming meta, dudes are going to try to take your head off. Once again, I'm going to say it like I said earlier in the video, Yu-Gi-Oh players are combo-centric. We'll take a mid-range deck and say, how can I extend this bitch to a combo deck? Like, how can I do that? That's because we don't have Max C, so what's a punishment? A Nibiru? What do we play around Nibiru? Oh, we don't get punished? I'm in. And I think looking over at a card like Summer Limit, it actually might be more impactful here in the TCG as well as Anti-Spell. Even though I like Anti-Spell more, I wouldn't be surprised. Looking over at Summer Limit, you got a ton of versions. The Prismatic Ultimate Rare actually doesn't look that bad. The price is dirt. It's $1.50. Like, doesn't look that bad. But if you want the highest rated version, you want to get the QCR Summer Limit, the price hasn't really spiked yet. I wouldn't be surprised if this card hits $25. It's currently roughly around $16. So there's that. I don't own any of these. I'm letting you know right now. I might buy the Ultimate because these look kind of clean. These are kind of, I mean, Platinum Seeker's right there. Platinum Seeker doesn't look that bad as well. But hey, listen, if you want the highest rarity, that's the highest rarity version. It is the QCR. And that's only if you don't want to play Anti-Spell, which I think you should. But yeah, let me know about that, guys. Once again, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Really appreciate it. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch, TV, YGOPaisano. I'm going to be streaming a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to be testing the meta. It's your boy V, and you boys all have a great day.